and I'm bringing you White Goat Tower. Now, on my sorcerer, I'm just running a basic setup. It's simple. It's yeah, the back bar right there, the Black Rose Lightning Staff. You don't have to run. I just run it for fun. False Gods, and I believe this one's Spinners. Yeah, Spinners combination. Um, Not the best setup, but it works for now. I've got Inferno Guardian on, but I'm going to take that off because I'm running solo. You have to know what your character is capable of and what he can and can't do. This is on normal. Uh, I've done it on vet once before by myself, and it was a pain. I ain't trying to go through that. Right now, I'm just trying to get gear. So, I'm going for the Spell Power Cure set, and I'm going to run it on the Sorcerer because of this little ability right here that I'm running. Right? This thing heals me. Let's see. Social combat. Let's go ahead and turn this on. I think is it options? Yeah, okay. I believe it's gameplay that I'm looking for. No, it's combat. What I want to do is I want to turn on my healing ability. So always show resource and percentage numbers automatic. For combat, I can take that off. I don't give a crap about it. But let's see. Always show on. Okay, so everything's on. Where are the heals? Incoming healing over time. Well, it shows incoming healing over time. And that going heal. So everything's turned on, but it doesn't really show my incoming healing a lot, except for when I do my birdie. Oh, there we go. So the bird's there just to keep me alive for now. When I run trials and when I run hard mode dungeons and I got a good healer with me, then I take off the bird and I put on whatever I want. I can put on the imp, does good damage. I can put on whatever I want. The spinners, it doesn't seem like a very viable set, but when you're running solo content, you don't have a tank there with you to increase that or get that puncture in there, so you want to run spinners. So first thing we're going to do is take down this healer. Healer's gone. Next thing is adds. When the abilities work, because I cast an ability twice. I didn't push that ability, but it's fine. Like I said, knowing where your strengths and weaknesses are, it's okay if you take a little bit longer to kill the ads, as long as you stay alive, right? Now there I am, I'm holding a heavy attack, but it's not doing it. I'm doing it again, holding a heavy attack, it's not doing it. This game is really buggy, especially on the PlayStation 4. They're not gonna fix it. There's no fixing this game at this point. Not unless they do what they did with World of Warcraft and just reset everything, but then you're just gonna take off a lot of people. So right now we're just gonna dance around them. Now again, it's not about how much damage you can do. A lot of people misunderstand that. You can be a glass cannon and run into a trial and get smacked and die, and then where's your DPS? I've gone toe to toe with a DPS on that one before, and it was funny. This one right here, again, the healer is important to take down. If you cannot take him down without using your ultimate, that's fine. Drop an ultimate if you need to, but you shouldn't need to. If the abilities work right, again, I was using my heavy attack, wasn't doing anything. I should be running a fire staff from the front bar. Again, no heavy attack. This is going to get stupid. This is going to be a crazy dungeon. If I can't do my abilities, it's going to get really slow real fast. I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot. You are bound by what you can do. Okay, was he doing that attack? Alright, whatever. Right now I'm just building up my ultimate. Gotta make sure I got 100%. It is at 100%. This boss right here, if you don't, or this little mini boss, if you don't need to use your ultimate, don't use it. Anyway, so I was going with this guy in a trial, and he was saying he was pushing out like, I think it was 85 at the time, DPS, 85k, and this is back, back a while ago, when you can do that. I know the frags are weak, but I don't care. I'm still alive, right? Anyway, so, and I'm going in there, I was doing like 75. I was like, oh man, your DPS sucks, you're only doing 75, I'm doing 85. We walk into a trial. Now, this was Mall of Loki, Mall of Lokai, and during the first boss, he walks up there and the boss just smacks him and kills him. I'm like, where's your 95k damage now? Because I'm You know, I run him a shields. He wasn't running shields. He was just trying to go straight damage. And I kid you not, he gets so ticked off that he just leaves, instantly leaves the trial and quits because he knew that I was out DPS him at this point because he was dead. And that's what I try to teach people. It's not about how much DPS you're putting out. You can do, and those target dummies are not DPS. I've said it 100 times, and I'll say it 100 times again. They're not DPS. They don't count for mechanics. They don't count for a bunch of things. They can get your numbers up there. Anybody can do those. Those are easy. Knowing how to survive and knowing what to do with mechanics, that's where it comes into play. Alright, so this guy right here, your best bet is to stay at a distance, especially when he does this little beam on the ground. See the little beams that come out? Yep, it bounces off the wall and comes back at you. So stay at a distance, and then when you're ready, you can go in there. But just keep in mind that he's going to summon ads. He's also going to stun you into those cages. Now, if you're running with anything else, this doesn't really work. I mean, it might work for a bear, for warden, but you have to have a pet out for this to work. Alright, so here's this guy. I'm going to put him in the cage. Now, I have my locksmithing all the way up. He's going to stun me right away. I have my locksmithing all the way up. Now, the reason that works is because my bird's still out there doing damage. If not, it resets. And you know what's funny? When I came out, I started doing a heavy attack. Again, heavy attacks are not working again. Just like the chat wasn't working the other night. Now, there's another thing, too. I know you saw me cast that frag. Let's go ahead and drop that ad right there. I know you saw me cast that frag right there. Sometimes it shows hard cast. You don't ever want to hard cast if you can't. Excuse me. If you don't have to, you don't want to hard cast. So let's go ahead and go to the back side of the room because he's about to do his wave thing here in a minute probably. Make sure we got our AoEs. Now the prisoner's staff. We're gonna run a Magicka soon. The prisoner's staff is made to put a dot on him, so still doing damage. There goes the heavy attack again. Come on, man! I'm not gonna be able to get through this dungeon if you don't freaking cooperate. I push the buttons, you do your job. That's the way it works here. Let's see, drop that here. There we go. He's dead. Back in the cage. Back out the cage. Roll dodge. I went to go roll dodge again. Did not roll dodge. I should have hit my buff first, but it didn't want to count, so I had no choice. Now, again, build up our ultimates. We got the ads coming out. Those ads are great because they instantly die, and if you're running false gods, then it's it just melts them. It gives you back Magicka. We go stunned again. Waves are coming out. Like I said, it's all about knowing the mechanics to these things. Come on. Now, if you notice what I was running on that back bar, she's probably going to catch me in the cage just before I get to kill her. Okay, nope, okay. Now, here's another thing, too. Notice how my bird did not die the entire fight? See how my bird's desummoned right now? From day one, this has been like this. Whenever you complete this boss and you're running the bird out here, the imp out here, it automatically desummons. It's as annoying as hell, but it doesn't... At least it works, you know, up until the boss dies. Now, once you get done with that boss right there, you're going to come up here and check up here. There's no chest up here, but sometimes there's a heavy sack. What is that? It keeps popping up. Oh, an axe. They did not die in the best ways. Is that a sword through his back? Okay. Alright, we're going to go down here. Again, this is normal. Let's summon the bird back out. Again, this whole thing... excuse me. This whole thing is about staying alive and completing the dungeon. You can do other gear sets, change up to make yourself more tankier or whatnot, but, You can also run the same setup when you do a Maelstrom Arena. Like I said, you don't have puncture on your bar, so that spinners is going to give you that spell penetration. This ability right here, I'm running the opposite more from it. Most people run, here, let me just show you this real quick. Skills. Alright, so we have Critical Surge. Every time I do critical, it heals me, you know, so if I've got AoEs on the ground, it's going to heal me for 3,500, or 3,300 every second. I've got Unstable Wall of Storms. Now, there's controversy over this one. because it's not wide enough. Because the other one does wide angle. This one has only an 8 meters in width, but direction it goes 18 meters. Now the reason I run it is because when it explodes, it does 9,000 shock damage. Well, 8,000, but when buffed up, should be close to 9,000. No, I guess I was already buffed up. Still working my build. When I change this out for the Dispel Valkyrie, that will be about 9,000-10,000. Anyway, it does it every time I activate it. Not just put it down. Watch. So when I put it down, it doesn't do it, right? So when I lift it up, boom, 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 boom. You can do a lot of damage with just that ability. Now, I'm doing light attacks too in between there. But then I have, and it does drain your magicka, so you gotta be careful with it. But if you're in a pickle and you got a lot of ads, you can drop that. The next thing I'm gonna do is, hey, that's not nice. I'm gonna drop my prisoner staff and just walk away. See the little dot ticking on him for like 2k? That's the prisoner staff. What the prisoner staff does, if you guys have never ran it before, I'll try and go into the best detail as possible, is I need to change the morph, I know, but I'm waiting to get the gear, because every patch I have to change my gear. It's just getting redonkulous. Oh, this is the best in style so far. Oh, next month we're going to have to change it anyway. Oh, crap. When it comes to jewelry, it's like, you don't want to make gold jewelry anymore. It's just too costly, for the gold plating. Let's go all the way down here, because I have some gold, yep. So that right there would cost me, to make it fully gold, it's gold now, 240,000 gold. Why? Because those little platings cost about 60, 70,000 each. You need 4 of them to make one purple into a gold. Purples cost 22 each. You need 3 of them. That's 66k, something like that, to just make that one purple. And then you have blues, which are, that's still purple, but you have blues, which also sell for about 10k each. So it takes 2 of them, 20k, just to make it blue. So you got 20k plus 60k plus 240, just to upgrade a ring from crafting, or green all the way up. Every single time, every patch. That's 1. Now think of 1, 2, 3. 2, 4, 6, about 700,000 gold. No, a little more than that. Every patch. It's just not worth it. So I'm just going to keep mine at purple. You're not missing out but like 10k, and so it increases the chat effect by another 10% or 9%, if that. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put on, I guess I don't have the ring on me. Spell Power Cure. Basically, whenever I overhear, everybody else gets a increase in their damage by 500. Grant you major courage. Hey, look, a chest. Advanced, too. Oh, excuse me, I got something in my throat. Give me 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. Allergies are a fun thing to deal with. So, Imperium. Yes, I can collect everything. I tell everyone always collect everything, especially when you start in the beginning of the game, but I'm not trying to fill out my inventory with this stuff right here. I got a few spots. I could collect it all. I'm gonna pick that up. Alright, so what I'm running right now is the Ice Heart for my helmets whenever I do crit. I give a damage shield for 5,000, which is going to be stacked on top of my other damage shield. It's not a bad one to run. And then I got the Black Rose, like I said. The Black Rose, whenever I put down that pulse ability, it doesn't have to be on me, it can be somewhere else. It does 5,000 flame damage, 5,000 shock damage, and 5,000 frost damage over 8 seconds. And it reduces the cost of pulse. Now, skills. Let's see what pulse does. Ready? Or shock and ring. Sorry, because I got the opposite morph. I like to put it at a distance. I don't like to be near the ads unless I have to. If you want to play a Templar, that's fine. You're up close. You should be near the ads. But Sorcerer, I like to be at a distance as much as possible. So if they say all stack, I'm at the back of that stack. Like, they can be all stacked all in the center on top of somebody, but I'm as farthest away if I can. I try not to get hit as much as possible, even though I'm not that squishy, as you can tell. Anyway, so this one does 7,000 shock damage, 7,500 shock damage to enemies at the target's location. This damage is increased 5% for each enemy hit up to 6 times. So 5 times 6 is what, 30%. So it increases 30% for if there's 6 enemies nearby on each enemy hit. Plus, each enemy hit from that ability is now going to take that prisoner staff. Each enemy hit is going to take that prisoner staff for 5,000 over 8 seconds on each of those abilities. So it's not a bad setup. It's not the best endgame stuff. I'm not trying to teach you best endgame stuff. I'm trying to teach you how to get through stuff. Now right here, watch this. Lightning staff, right? Zap, zap. Oh, come on. Freaking bird or... Yeah. If that stupid frog or whatever it was I just killed in the center of the spider wasn't there, that guy would have never came out. And that's the thing, too. There's no real targeting to this game unless you hard target. But if you have multiple ads, what's the point of hard targeting them? You know, when I say hard target, you hold crouch. I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. I don't want to pinch myself into a situation I can't get out. So that's hard stack or hard target. So it's going to focus on him, mainly on him and nobody else. So we're going to drop our bombs, drop our AoE, drop our boom ability, and watch him melt. No, except for the healer. Okay, there we go. Boop, 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 boop. Bye. Again, when the abilities actually want to work, it's pretty good damage. I mean, I can melt them a lot faster, but I'm not going for that right now. There's other sets that I can run easily. It's not about that. It's about staying alive, and if you're melting these ads as fast as you possibly can, at the same time, you're not really building up ultimate. But there are better builds out there, but they're more advanced. I mean, you got what's his name? Outcast. Outcast, his builds are your basic setup for running dungeons and trials. The bare minimum basic stuff. You know, there's nothing too advanced or anything about his builds. They're basic. So people get confused, like when they're running trials, like, hey, but I'm running Outcast build. How come I'm not hitting as hard as you are? Because his are basic. His are like, oh, welcome to the game. Here's a set. You know, put together. When it comes to target dummies, I don't ever produce my numbers up here because, again, I don't believe in a target dummy for DPS. So some people, it's like, oh, you're hitting 20k, you must be doing crap DPS. Not necessarily. Just means you don't have your rotation down. It just, or something else factor in it as well. With me, I've gotten like 120, 130k in that thing, but it doesn't. There's no point of showing it off because what's the point when if you go into a trial or a dungeon and you're barely able to do anything because you can't stay alive or because you don't know the mechanics. You know, people take you into trials because you can hit that high, but if you don't know what you're doing, you could wipe an entire group. You know, like let's go with Theater Archives. Last boss in the Theater Archives. If you choose to stay still, look at this, ability's not working. Come on, proc him. There we go. If you choose to stay still in the Theater Archives last boss, that's the best thing you can do. But there's some people that, oh, I've been playing this game for 12 years, or whatever. It's something else, 6, whatever. You know, I'm over exaggerating a little bit. But they've been playing the game for a while, and then they're like, they go in there and they kill the entire group. And they know, they'll call them out, like, hey, you're the one doing it, stop moving. They're like, oh, I'm not moving, but you can clearly see them moving. And what happens in the Theater Archives is when you move, you have to move slowly, block, like this. If you do not, then you set off this chain lightning that affects all your group members and can kill everyone. And so even though you've been playing for a real long time, and even though you got all the champion points, and you're hitting like a truck, if you don't know mechanics and you don't know what you're doing, then you still can kill everybody, and you still are not that good of a player. The best way for you to be the best player isn't the amount of damage you can do, isn't the amount of blocking you can do when it comes to tank, although that does help when it comes to trials, because when you get one-shotted, you can't really kill that. But anyway, knowing the mechanics is 90% of the battle in here. In any dungeon, any trials. Because if you know that heavy attack's coming, oh, let me just get out of here. I need to save my stamina for this. I need to save my magicka for this. Ooh, watch this. This is one of my favorite scenes in the whole game. I got the sound turned down so you don't have to deal with it all. So you can just hear it straight from me if you come into chat. Because right now it's pretty empty, but it's okay. But when you come in the door, just look up. They won't attack you right away unless you attack them. Knock you back a little bit, but then... Look at that. That is cool. Freaking Flappy McGee over there got his wings in the way, but... Into the void. Mm. Alright, so you've got three bosses over here, right? You've got a healer. The healer is going to be hard for you to take down by yourself. You can do it, burn them, whatever it takes. Yes, it's easy. It can be easy, or it can be hard. Now, the thing about the healer is he will put out 2 heals. One around in circle, and 2 he'll put it on somebody else. If you're running this, that triangle ability, it's called Crush and Shock. If you are a magic user, I don't care what kind of magic user you are, that ability should be your slot. If you're running the opposite morph, yes, you're doing more damage, but it's not team related. This is the best ability team related to build if you're going through dungeons and trials and you're running a magic character for the most part. This is your best ability. If you have a trial that doesn't involve a lot of interrupts, you're fine. But most of them and most of the dungeons do require you to run interrupts. If you're running Moonhunter's Keep and you're running magic ability, that should be on your bar at all times. Why? Let's see. It does 3,000 flame damage. Well, 2,000 is... I'm not buffed again. I'm probably... No? It looks like I'm buffed. Let's see. No, I'm not buffed. Should be about 3. Skills. Yeah, 2,892 flame damage. Again, I'm not running my helmet, which is usually Bologs or something like that. So I can get my spell down up to 4K. I've had it up to like close to... I think it was 10k spell damage before, but... Yeah, we'll go into that later. Anyway, so what's the second part do? Enemies hit while casting are interrupted, set off balance, and stunned for 3 seconds. This means that little healer over there that likes to reach out and heal people, you can get them from a distance and it automatically heals them. So I am running Barrier on the back bar for oh crap, I'm about to die situations, and Meteor on the front. Again, not about the amounts of damage you can do. You need to do some damage, but it's not about the most damage you can do. It's about getting that damage out and staying alive. So see that ability right there, the heals? Boom. Drop the heals. Drop the freaking ultimate. And just burn them. Like, that heavy attack right there should be enough. Crush and Shock every now and then to build up that frag. And of course I hit the wrong person. Bash. You want to keep that guy as far away from the healer when you do this. He's going to chain you in, it's fine. Your Haunting Curse is going to go off. See, now he can waste that healing ability if he wants on that other ad, because he's not taking any damage yet. I need to get reduced cost of my stamina abilities. The healer's going to be the last one you take down. Why? Because he's just a nuisance. Interrupt again. Watch out for that Dragon Standard. Even on normal, it's a pain in the booty. Okay, see, it targeted the wrong person. Now, that's a hard target. Let's see, let's try hard targeting. Which, like I said, on ads, it's not that easy. With bosses. There's my abilities not working again. This is just so stupid. He's interrupted. Now all I gotta do is just beat this guy down, pretty much. And he's going down. Back to the healer. Again, procking Crystal Frags twice. I did not do that. I did not proc that ability twice. I can't switch bars. There we go. You stupid game. 18k frags is just pathetic. I'm used to hitting like 40k. Or before the patch was, I was hitting close to about 90k. Now see, right now I'm just constantly getting that Crush and Shock on him, just so I can build up the Meteor and make sure he can't heal himself. My buff's about to go off. I got 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Make sure I drop my other buffs down. There it goes with that freaking Lightning Staff again. I did not proc that ability twice, but this is why I can never maintain my Magicka anymore, and I have to run the builds that I do. Just to keep the freaking Magicka going, because it procs the ability multiple times. Like on the back bar, only when I'm in combat, usually. If I proc that ability right there, or if I proc that ability. See how it works perfectly? But as soon as I get in combat, you'll see it takes longer for that the ring to close in, or sometimes you'll see the ring, and then it just not do anything at all. You see the ability being activated, it takes your magic up, but will not proc the ability itself. And some people say it's lag. No, it will not proc it at all. I've tested it several different times. It's just... their servers are Their servers are really bad. I'm trying to watch my language. I'm trying to watch my wording, because you know there are kids that watch these videos eventually. But we're gonna go back through here. This is a good way to test your character too. I wouldn't recommend starting on White Gold Tower. And I know it's normal, but I can also do like ones on vet. I used to be able to do a lot of these on vet very easy. Priorities right here. Priorities right here is going to be the portals when they come out. Just got to keep your head on swivel. Oh, where's the other portal? There it is. It's gone, right? Now, make sure our dots stay still, you little turd bucket. There you go. How about a dot? There goes that boom, boom. There you go. Again, head on swivel. Look for the portals coming out. One. That lightning staff is freaking beautiful when it comes to this stuff. Get your buffs up. Getting buffs. This should be at the back of the room. One gone. You gotta love that lightning staff. Boom. 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 Again, whenever we crit, we heal. That goes for our AoEs as well. You can have just an AoE build, which is great. The only reason I don't like AoEs so much is because, one, nobody likes to proc your abilities. So if you're running a lightning ability, you go in the trial, it's going to dungeon, and people just walk right by it. Like, proc it. It does a lot of damage. But that damage isn't based off of your damage. Sorry. Like, if I was a proc, it's not based off of my damage. So, skills. It's called Lightning Flood. Any ally standing within the Nexus can activate the conduit, whatever, synergy, dealing 9,000 shock damage to enemies around them. Now, it's direct damage. I have a lot into direct damage, not a lot into Thaumaturge, because I don't do a lot of Thaumaturge. All my abilities, except for... No, all abilities are direct damage abilities. That's direct damage, Hunt and Curse. That's direct damage, Shock and Clinch, because it hits once, but the ticks aren't. The ticks are considered AoE damage, but it's the only one in there that's AoE damage. But trust me, I'm going to be changing some builds out and changing some things. Unstable Wall. Now, just sitting there ticking is AoE damage, but the explosion that it does afterwards is direct damage. Meteors, direct damage, or Ice Comet, or whatever you want to put it. Endless Fury's direct damage, but that's just magic return that I need it for. Crushing Shock's direct damage, and Crystal Fragments are direct damage. Going back to that ability right here. I'm sorry, no, I'm getting a little diverted from what I'm doing right here. But Lightning Flood, alright? So, yeah, it gives you that. See how the number went down? Because my buff wore off? Can activate in 8,970. These are false readouts, like proc sets as well. If you have a set, here's a perfect example for this. How about, it's not a set, but how about Reviving Barrier? 37 damage shields for 30 seconds. It says, yourself and nearby group members. But because I have Thaumaturge on, my damage shield is increased, which increases that number. But it doesn't apply that number to other people, because Thaumaturge only increases your own, or not Thaumaturge, the champion points for the, hang on. I don't want to give you guys false information, so collections, skill, champions. Bastion. So, increases the effectiveness of your damage shields by 19%, right? That's the damage shields that apply to you, no one else. So, that barrier is not doing 37,000 to everyone, it's only doing 37,000 to you. Now, it's doing like 30,000 to them, or some number like that, so it's still going to give them a good damage shield, and it heals them. But same thing with damage sets, same thing with abilities. Just because it's saying, hey, it's dealing, when they activate it, it's supposed to do 10,000 damage. Not always. So if you're on a tank, it might do 2,000 damage. If you're on another DPS, it might do 16,000 damage. It all depends on the individual stats. It gives you a base number, but that's not what's on your screen because you have champion points put into those numbers. The game gets kind of confusing, but it's okay. Because we're here to help everyone out. Boom, boom, boom. Now I ran into a new guild member last night, and this sickens me. So if anyone's doing this on their guilds, freaking you should know better. Apparently he's only been playing the game for about 2 months, and as he was playing the game, in order for him to get any information from that guild, you know, like, hey, what's the best farming stats, or what skills did I run, they would make him pay for that guild, or pay for that information. This is a community where we're supposed to be working together, and you guys are making people pay for stuff like that. Like if you're running a dungeon and you find a piece of gear that you already know, and somebody else needs it, oh, that'd be 20k. No, what are you gonna do? Deconstruct it when it can go to somebody else to help them better their character? That's just ps4 gaming right there, guys. And if you guys like gaming and you guys are on the ps4 and like a guild that's just laid back, I mean, you can join my guild. It's called ID. But we don't tolerate any BS in the guild. We don't, you know, like there's some people that go in there just to steal from guild banks. No, we're more relaxed and just chill and just focus and help people out. And, you know, we play the game because we like to talk and interact with other people. The game itself is just, most of it's trash. But talking and interacting with other people makes it fun. And, the other guy was telling me how he was going into different guilds and nobody was ever in guild chat, and he didn't even know there was an option because you know, he's new to the game. Ooh, we got somebody looking at it. Welcome to the video. Anyway, so he said that he didn't have anyone to really talk to in those chats because they never come in. He comes in their eyes like our guild, and it's like, oh my, people actually talk in the guild. Like, yeah. So we come in here, we just BS, you know, we get on our drunk nights. We're just sitting there like laughing our butts off. Having fun. Alright, so we're coming up on a boss here in a minute, which is, even on normal, can be interesting, to say the least. Aw, they left. At least say hi if you're coming into my chat. Like, acknowledge that you're there so I can say, hey, yo, you got anything you want me to show you? You got any questions? Now, right now my critical is down, and again, it's because of the sets I'm running. Trust me, I'm going to change that. But with the nerf to critical from last patch, it's really hard to get everything you want out of the game now. Some people are running Medusa, some people are running a bunch of other sets that increase critical, but yeah. Check this out. So if you're magic ability, you run lightning staff, stand here when this happens. These little portals again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now, I killed all those without any of the ads coming out and trying to ruin my day. They didn't kill them easy, but they're just kind of a pain. Lightning staff just straight down the middle, though. Alright, this little guy right here, he's going to run down the hill. We're going to proc him with our abilities, and then just wait for 10 seconds. Turn back around, drop him again, and kill him. Sorry, I was scratching my head. Do not one-handed. This one right here does an area attack. That right there usually hurts like crazy, but I'm running a sorcerer, so shields up. And then see my heals? Now you can see the over heals every time I crit, right? So that set that I'm going to be running every 4 seconds is going to give me, or 5 seconds, it'll give me major courage, which is only 5,000 damage, or sorry, 500 damage, but it's to me and everybody else. So if I'm running that and say something like maybe the Master's Weapon and take off the monster helmet, I could give myself an additional 1,000 spell damage when I need to. The only problem with proc sets is not all of them you can proc when you want them to proc. You know, like there's some when you drink a potion it procs. That's guaranteed. There's Molokina where you 2 light attacks. That's guaranteed. Well, unless it glitches, and it does glitch a lot. Yeah. I like proc sets that you can guarantee the proc. Alright, so this guy right here. This guy is fun. If you can handle it, stay next to him for the most part. And primary targets, again, it's not him. He'll burn. You just gotta be able to stay alive long enough. When he gets the blue face, get away from him. If it gets too challenging, get away from him. Other than that, I don't know why my numbers are doing so low. Usually higher than this. 13. Wait for the gray. There's the gray. Lightning staff. Where's the other one? Oh, come on. I was not in that. Don't cheat now. I was on the outside of that. Y'all saw that. There's all of them down. We're going to go back up for just a little bit so we can get a buffs that are not procking when I'm procking them. Alright, so again, when he goes into white phase is what you're looking for. That's when you don't really want to stand near him. Right here. There's white phase right here. So the way to avoid this is you're going to just look for the bubbles. You're going to move around the room. You're not going to stay near him. Proc your Stage of Prey if you got it. Where's the other bubble? Again, your buffs are key to this fight. Oh, see, look at it. Put it right behind him. We can drop that on him. And orbs are gone. But again, you don't want to get anywhere near that. When he's going to go down to the ground. I'm loving how you see how long it takes to Parker Crystal Frag? Now, they've changed the Sorcerer over the year. And they've made it to where it's just horrible. Like, it was so much better when it first came out, and then they decided to mess with it. See how fast the Lightning Staff just takes down those portals? You can do the same thing with Crush and Shock or whatnot, but... Now, all the portals are gone again. We're going to go back at him, drop our abilities down. The ones that want to work anyway. Again, it's not a race. It is a race, but it's not a race. He's going to die. It just needs time. And look, I'm sitting here holding a heavy attack, but nope. I don't even have to use my barrier if I don't want to yet. Okay, where's the, there it is. Alright, let's finish this douchebag. He's dead. Alright. On vet mode, the best way to handle that boss is if you're having a tank that's having issues or never been here before, or if you don't even have a tank, you don't need a tank, is the one person's going to grab the pinion, which pulls the aggro automatically, and they're going to run all the way to the other side. Now, for a couple seconds, they can stand the flames, but that blue flame, you cannot stand it at all. So what's going to happen is one person grabs it to the side, and then when he gets over here, like the boss is going to be maybe about right here, right? When the guy has the aggro, he's going to be right here. One of the other group members is going to grab the pinion and immediately run to the opposite side. When you get to the opposite side, somebody else is going to grab the pinion and go to the opposite side. It just keeps going back forward like that until the white phase wears off or whatever it takes to keep you guys alive. Meanwhile, you're going to have two people on portals. If you're the one with the pinion, guess what? It's going to be really hard for you to do portals. But if you have a lightning staff, it's not so bad. If you are on stamina, a bow helps with that fight too. If you don't use your run bow, that's fine. You can just put it on for that particular fight to help out. Alright, let's drop these guys. You know what? I'm just going to use this ability right here. Now look. See the ads just melt from that one ability that I put, well, technically two, because I put the AoE down first, and then I put the Elemental Blockade down. Or whatever. Unstable Wall. There goes ability's not working again because I put the unstable wall down, but it didn't do it. Proc the other ability instead, and you can go ahead and sit down. Lightning staff of deconstruct. Is that lightning? I don't know. It's just deconstruct. All right, so then we're gonna go over here. We're looking for chests. Basically, I'm just in here to get the sets to learn them to craft them because yeah, I can craft the set that I want right now. But I don't want to use up all those transmutation crystals if I don't have to. I mean, I'm running here by myself. I ain't having that much going on right now. So this is interesting right here. So you see how there's a guy on the left, there's a guy in the middle, but there's also a guy on the right. That is a healer on the right. That's more of a tank, and that's a bowsman. That bowsman hits you with that one shot, even on normal, it will kill you. So if you're trying to go for a no death run on vet, when you walk into this room, That guy dies first. Everything else, just watch out for. Ready? So we're going to walk up here. We're going to drop that down. We're going to drop that down. Go here, here, and then just devastate this guy. Screw that healer. 26k frag. Again, I am running Ice Heart to keep myself alive. Those frags will go up to about 40-something k. Depends on what I'm trying to do. See the AoE here? Just build up your ultimate. Watch out for those heavy attacks. Now I can choose to take down the healer if I want to. Which I think I'll do that. And interrupt and die. Okay. Now watch out for that heavy attack right there. See? Block. See, look at that. 13k crystal frag right there on that one. That's it. Now, it's weird because some of the numbers will jump all over the place. 20k. I've seen it go from 40k on the same ad without any resistances on this ad. 40k, 40k, 2k. And you're just like, 2k crystal frag? And you'll double check the numbers and you'll you know, go back over it and all that fun stuff and see that it is 2k. And you're like, huh. Something right here. So the only reason I'm going over here is because you never know what heavy sacks or treasure chests are around the corner. Okay. Everything's dead anyway. Let's see. We got Squad Deadly. Now some people are running like Frost Staffs, and you can run a Frost Staff if you want to. You just gotta watch out for abilities. And remember, you are a sorcerer. You get more damage to lightning. The sorcerers run out there and run fire, and I think it's funny as heck. Like, why are you running fire? Oh, because this increases my damage done when I do a fire ability. Great. You get bonuses to freaking running lightning. You should be running more lightning than anything else. Set them off balance, you do more damage. You use a lightning ability in general, you do more damage with lightning abilities. Don't believe me? Skills. All you gotta do is look at, like, Crush and Shock. That's like 3,000. So you see how it says shock damage 3,000? How about on this one of the ability were... Oh wait, I have to use a staff to show you that. Inventory. Staff. How about this right here? Shock damage 5,152. So you've already, because of your passive, got increased damage. It's not a whole lot, but it is increased damage to your lightning, so you might as well go full lightning. There's a couple sets I can run to increase that. There's actually a lightning set I can run to increase that, but that would mean I would have to take off false gods. I am a Breton, by the way, for sustainability. Like I said, the game is so buggy that I have to run that false god set plus my Mage's Wrath ability, which whenever ad dies, get back Magicka. When it's not buggy, I don't need to run any of that stuff. But again, casting ability twice in a row, like that, but I did that one on purpose. And the first one not proccing, that means you have to cast it again. And then again, and then again, until you get the dang on thing to work. Now, I've done it with the bird before, where I've procced a bird to heal somebody. They weren't a vampire and they didn't have the ring on. And it wouldn't heal them until they died. Alright, this fight right here. This fight yesterday bugged out on me, and I was not happy, because I was almost done with the boss. Alright. Just gonna burn slow. Yeah, and then that's another thing, the stuns. Oh my goodness, with the freaking stuns in this game. They fixed it to where you can't get stunned back to back in PvP, really. But you got three different stuns. Atros. Atros are primary targets. They go down first when they come out, because they will kill you. But I mean, they've got to where, oh yeah, okay, you can't be stunned by the same ability within 3 seconds of each other. Great. That doesn't count when it comes to fear. That doesn't count when it comes to so many other different abilities. It's just not funny. So you can do stun, 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 if you still want to. They came out with this large thing saying, oh yeah, you know, it's fine because we're going to change that here soon to where it doesn't really matter. You won't get stunned that much from that one ability. They didn't specify what it was from. Ah! Okay, give out your one wave. That's all you should be doing. Can't tell if that was an Atro that just tried to summon down or not. Now right here, it's not a big deal. I can just sit there and dance because he's going to go into a phase. Come on, seriously now? You guys see that, right? The AoE was nowhere near me at that time, but still... this game is just horrible. Is that thing still did it just stop turning? Alright, adds again. We're going to proc that on that one. Ha! I can't get all 4 of them. I think I came close to once, and that's when it bugged out. Now these, you just gotta like move to the back and slow dance around. Atro. They always like to try and sneak that little Atro in there. That's okay. I did my ultimate there, but didn't take. This one right here is simple. Now look, follow one of them until it gets close to the other one. You see how I'm not using hardly any magicka, any stamina. When it goes to the other one right here, it's simple. Roll dodge. So now you're in between them. You have to wait for it to come around again. You have an open area to be able to use to not worry about it. Now watch when it comes around again. You just have to slow back into it. And how about the 5th time to drop my freaking ultimate? There we go. And it comes back around again, and then just roll dodge again. I tried to use that ultimate so many times, it just wouldn't let me. And then it stunned me, and I know I can't use it from stun, but I was trying to use it before that. It would not let me. Anyway, that is White Gold Tower and Dagger of the Essence Thief. I've already got this one. I don't want the Essence Thief set. I want the other stupid pit spell power cure. That's another thing. So the game came out with this transmutation crystal, right? To be able to change your gear. If you don't want the infused trait, you can go with the magicka trait. You know, it depends on jury or something like that. But if the gear doesn't drop, you can't change the trait, right? And they're like, oh, well, you know, that's fine. You know, don't run it by yourself. You know, some people are like that. Great. I've run, I'll give you an example real quick. The Medusa set, which is an Arcanium, about a month or 2 ago. No, it's been about 3 months. Sorry, maybe 4. We're running that set, or that dungeon, trying to get the sets. Certain pieces just will not freaking drop in a reasonable amount of time. When I say reasonable amount of time, I should be in there 200 times. Yes, I did count it. It was about 200, maybe 180, maybe 240, somewhere in the markets. I'm putting an even ground for a lightning staff or the Medusa to drop, right? And then Medusa just went. That's when they changed everything, and then now it's not worth it. And now we're going in here to try and farm this stuff that people are trying to get to learn the sets, right? There's other people out there that have run into randoms. They're just like, hey, yeah, I got the staff you're looking for. Great. Have you already learned it? Yeah, I know it already, but, you know, I still this one, you know, don't know yet. Okay, can I have it? Yeah, how about 100,000 gold? No, I mean, I understand I need it, but I'm not going to pay you gold for it because we're all running together. You can't use it. Can I have it? No, okay, I'm just going to deconstruct it. Like, really? No, that's stupid. That's really stupid. I hate that. That's why I just run with my team. I don't care if I have to go through there 2,000 times. But it shouldn't matter. You shouldn't have to go through that. Now, here, they've done this the right way. Excuse me, but they only did it for this dungeon. This dungeon and prison. Imperial City Prison. So what you're going to do is when you kill these guys, you get these little key fragments. They're purple. They look like little gems. And if you've never seen it before, if you don't know what to do or what they're for, right now they're bouncing around in price. I've seen them go up to 60k a stack, 200s a stack. And some people don't even know what they're used for. They think it's for PvP because you can get them in PvP in Imperial City by killing ads. And they just stack up. They won't ever go away. You know, they can't take them from you. Excuse me. Anyway, what they're used for. I may have enough keys on me. I don't know. I think I need about 150 of them, and I might only have like 40. Let's see. So we're gonna go into inventory. I believe it's supplies. It might be consumable. Yeah, it's consumable. Man, my throat is like really dry. Did I pass it? Should have been right here. Maybe it was supply. Ah, there they are.
101 key fragments. You need like 150 to get in there. 150 will open the trophy vaults in the Imperial City Prison or in the White Gold Tower. Now, I do not have enough to open the vault right now, but that's not going to stop me from showing you where it is, because that's the type of person I am. I take the extra steps. I know this thing is going to be going on for about an hour, and I do apologize that it takes a long time for me to show you everything, but you will learn a lot more than just, hey, here's the 10 minutes of gameplay, good luck figuring out what to do. Here's some gear, here's some sets. Yeah. No, I do more with my videos where I show you not only why I run certain abilities, but what the abilities do, so you have a better understanding. You do not have to run anything that I'm suggesting to run. You do not have to use any of the abilities I'm suggesting you to run. They're there for more suggestions. Nobody should tell you what to run. Now, there is some like thin lines to those. Like if you're trying to run a stamina tune and you're trying to push a lot of magic abilities on there, it's not going to work to your favor. But anyway, so you come through here. We're back in the sewer. We're back in the beginning of where we started this dungeon. Same thing with the prison. Now, the prison, you have to go up the main steps where you first start, and you go through the door, and then there's actually a door on the opposite side. Actually, I don't know if that's it or not. I think that's no, that's on the way out. So on the way out, you go back to where you were in the beginning, and it's actually, as soon as you walk in, on the right-hand side, there's a wall. Run across the wall on the right, and you'll see it there. But you see that little symbol right there? Daedric Ember's Trophy Vault. Now, I cannot go in there because I don't have 150, which is silly. See, I can go buy some, but you know, it takes too long to show you guys. But you go in here, you get a chest. It's make sure you go in here on vet, because when you go in here on vet, you'll get purple items. Actually, I was in here on normal yesterday, and I still got the purple items. Anyway, so you go in here and you open up the vault and you get the chest. You come back out. It used to be where you can just loot the chest. It closes up. Then you can loot the chest again as long as you have the keys. Well, now you have to come back out and then go back in and loot the chest again. And this is where you can get some of the rings. This is where you get just items that drop in the area from those key fragments. Those key fragments, again, in here, you get them from killing bosses. In the sewers, you get them from killing basic freaking ads. But I totally disagree with that, and I think that's where Elder Scrolls really messed up, is they put in PvP and PvE content together, and then, well, it's lagging so bad that we're having too many issues, we need to nerf characters. Get rid of the PvE in the PvP content. It's not that hard. Just take the PvE, guys, everything that has to do with PvE, out of PvP. Because that's the last thing I want to do when I'm doing PvE. It's like I'm going in there. I'm like, oh, let me get this quest done. I just got ganked by a freaking Nightblade, and now I have to restart all over from my alliance base. When I may have not even had any alliance bases close enough, and I'm way at the top of the freaking map. So it's a pain in the butt. If you want to do PvP, do just PvP content. Make bases you can go destroy and guards and all that stuff. I gotcha. Even the guards. Take the guards out of there because it's stupid too. There's got to be other defenses you can put up there besides that. But, no. They want to bring both of those together, and they're blaming the crashes on, well, it's too much DPS. It's too much AoE, area effect abilities. And, yeah. You can go ahead and keep saying that all you want, and most people who played more than 2 days realize that that's not the freaking case. The more AoEs you got, great, awesome. But tell me why it doesn't DC people when we're over in Cold Harbor at the Luxury Fender and there's like 60, 70 people there just spawning AoEs over and over and over again, and people aren't getting logged off. They're even doing duels and fights there, and people aren't getting disconnected. Because it's not the problem. Anyway, thank you for watching my video. This was White Gold Tower on normal and solo. And look, I know Death Run at that too. So, well, it doesn't really count because it's not bad. But thank you for watching, and you guys have a great new year. 2020 will be over really soon. Get ready for stage 2. Have a good one, guys. That's not the button I wanted to do.